Is that the time?
Yep.
All right.
It's
We
time.
better get this thing going.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's do it. Justice. Here it comes. I see it.
Week 2 of Pass the Salt on a Wednesday. I'm pretty excited. What about you, Karen?
Yeah. Don't give me any doozies this week.
What we need is people to comment though. Actually, yeah, the doozies. There was some crazy questions last week. A little bit open and broad. I'm hoping for something a little bit more controversial this week.
Yeah.
Nothing better than a controversial topic to bring up some discussion. And that's what we really want. We want this to be a conversation starter.
Yeah.
So it's not just between me and Karen, is it?
No, we talk to each other enough.
We want... no. We want the community to get involved. We want to be able to talk to you guys, hear what you're thinking, break down maybe even some loneliness. If you're just sitting there not knowing what to do, talk to us. So why not? So should we get straight into it?
Yeah, so what we do, we roll the dice, we picks a category for us, unless we have the choose your own adventure one, which then the other person is going to pick for us. Then we ask the question and we answer it and have a bit of convo, and that's it. We'll do one question each and then we'll throw it over to you to respond and give us your feedback.
Keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Easy.
Karen, you get to start this week.
Do I?
You do.
Is that because I obviously owned you in paper, rock, scissors last time?
Yeah, I'm not going to play that again.
Where do we roll?
Wherever. All right. Oh. Here we go. See, this is what we're talking about. There's a little dice on the dice. I get to pick what category Karen is going to be doing for us today. And I'm going to go one that looks a little bit higher than the rest. I'm going ideas.
Oh.
The yellow ideas card.
I thought you were going to say justice.
No, let's do this one. Although that could have gone down the controversial line. So.
Hello.
Alright, here we go. The first card for today. What might be the benefits of having faith in a god?
Ooh.
It actually has a little lowercase g.
Ooh. Yeah.
So that's
it doesn't
interesting.
say in God.
So we're not talking. Yeah. It's what might be the benefits of having faith in a god?
Oh man. Okay.
This is hard.
A couple of hours later, there's so many things you could say about this.
Sure can.
Okay, benefits of having a faith. I'm going to say in God because that's what I have a faith in. But in general, I just wonder what life would be like if you didn't have a faith or a belief in anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in anything whatsoever. If you didn't have it, I mean, where does your hope come from? You know what I mean? Like I think the benefits of having a faith in God or in anything, if you want to, put your own thing into what that is for the purpose of this exercise. I'm just going to say God, but if you want to replace it with something else,
spiritual essence or whatever,
Yeah. The benefit is that you actually have hope. You know, that even especially right now during COVID, everything seems a little bit bleak. You know, everything seems a little bit difficult. We're all feeling a little bit, hopeless in a way,
hopeless.
And sometimes that one thing that you believe in is what keeps you going every day. And so the benefits are that you can get up in the morning knowing that, despite all of the chaos in the world, there's still hope because I believe in this thing, I believe in this God. And so for me, that's what I cling to, even at the darkest of times, I know that I have a God who loves me and knows my heart and knows what I need. And that's what keeps you going. And some days you don't even want to think about it, I think. Sometimes it can be that bad that you think like, I don't even know if I believe anymore. We all have those times, I think.
Definitely. Why is this happening to me? All that sort of stuff.
Yeah. But again, the benefits of having a faith in a God is that you have hope, that you believe in something, and that pushes you to keep going. It pushes you to look for the good in amongst the bad. And it pushes you to have compassion on others because, when others don't see hope in a situation, then maybe you can bring hope to others. So, benefits are endless. I could talk about this for a lot and go down a lot of different avenues.
Well, I'm actually glad you got the card because when I read the question out to you, I was a little bit like, whoa, like where do you go with this? Like sometimes...
well, which way can you go? There's lots of different ways that you could go.
But you're right. I think the biggest thing that I've caught on from what you were saying is that idea of hope and something to provide hope in. That's awesome. I think that's what we all need, what we all strive to have. Like we need hope. We need hope to be able to stay positive, keep pressing on.
Well, you got to believe something is going to happen, or you got to believe that there's good. And you know, if you have nothing to believe in, I can't comprehend it. Or, like, I cannot comprehend not having any kind of belief in something that is, you know, for the greater good. So yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Awesome.
Okay, good one.
All right, here we go. I'm up. Time to roll.
Justice. Oh,
It's a bluey. We got the people card. People get red.
Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, here we go.
Somewhat can tie in. Okay, Pascal says, whoever Pascal is. Can someone tell me who
Pascal? I know who Pascal is.
Who is it?
He's the little chameleon friend of Rapunzel in Entangled.
I know that Pascal.
Yeah.
I also know the Pascal lollies, which I don't know
Pascal.
if
That's Pascal.
Yeah, Pascal. Okay, but is that a South Australian thing? I don't know. Anyway, we digress. Pascal, who's a very intelligent person, says, all people seek happiness. How do you seek happiness in life? How interesting. They tie in a bit together, I think. That's yours. Go for it.
Wow. Okay, I think, how do you seek happiness in life? Trying to find things that fulfill you. I think for faith, that's growing in that. And that idea of hope is what's... If there's one word to describe your faith, it's having hope. But also just on a less religiously, spiritually type focus as well, is like having a hobby and things like that. Something that actually brings you life, something that brings you enjoyment. I'm a pretty big fan. It's pretty obvious to some people of Lego. It's a bit of a fun thing just to do with the kids, to have a shared interest there, but also just to put together and have. But that's a bit of fun for me. Also, like getting out, and lately we've been in lockdown and fortunate enough to have a little bit of a grass section about kicking the footy with the kids, doing something to keep exercise up, and that brings enjoyment because you're with people that you love. So when with children or with yourself, out and about doing something, going for a walk, finding those things that bring you life, I think are the things that will make you the happiest. So from a me sense, it's finding those things that bring me enjoyment and don't drag me down, something you can just sink into a bit. For some people, that's reading books and stuff like that. I'd have to find a pretty good book to go that path.
You have to try some things, don't you? You know, like you have to somewhat discover who you are, and also understand that evolves over time.
Yeah.
And the things that you're interested in when you're a 5-year-old might be a bit different to when you're a 35-year-old. But you know, to understand who you are and what sort of things might interest you, and that sort of thing. But also, what are the things that are most important to you in life?
Yeah, I think.
Some people say, what are your top 5 important things in life? And if you're dwelling in those things, you know, generally happiness should come from that. So if, you know, spending quality time with your family and friends is important to you, then do those things. You know, if they bring happiness, then do those things. If the certain hobbies and your work is something that you really enjoy, then you do those things. If you're not happy, then maybe that's a self-seeking journey to, you know, discover what does make you happy and pursue those things.
Oh, I think the key word in this, and it's one thing I missed maybe when I answered the question in the first place, but is the word seek. And when you were talking then, and I always come back to certain like little phrases and stuff from people of influence in some sense. And I love basketball as well. So Michael Jordan and some of his stuff, he said, roughly, like I'll just abridge it, you fail and fail and fail again, and that's the only way that you'll succeed. And I know it's said differently, but there's that element of trying to find those things that will bring you not only success, but like you said, bring about happiness. We're going to try things that might last for a moment and then it'll be gone. But eventually you're going to find those things that actually do draw out life from you, provide you a really good, healthy space to sit in mentally, physically, spiritually as well. It's really important to actually try and try again to find those things. And then, sit in that 5. There's going to be things that work outside of that as well. But if you can work your life around those things that keep you happy and keep you working really well mentally, physically, all that stuff.
I mean, happiness won't come to you. You know, it's not just given to you in a letter in the mail. Here you go. Here's your lifetime of happiness. You have to actually seek it out. You have to place things in your life that create that happiness. And I mean, I think right now when we're living in the COVID times, I think what we're really understanding is as human beings, relationship is actually at the height of our importance. So we're seeing even right now in Colac, we've got some people who have been separated from their families.
Yeah.
You know, Father's Day was particularly difficult because we had fathers who were actually quarantining in hotels or separated from their families, and mums and partners and looking after children all by themselves, and you know that's really tough.
That's great.
And you lose that relationship, you know, because even though you're still you're in relationships with people, you're not with those people personally doing your day to day. So you know, even those things, you know, relationships really important to humans, and you know, like it's all tied into understanding who you are and what you need in life to create that happiness. So yeah, really cool.
Did you want to recap the questions for everyone?
Yes.
Because we want you to get involved. We need to know your answers to these ones.
Yes.
We want you to ask us questions even about what we've said.
Yeah.
Here they are. So
okay, so in the ideas, what might be the benefits of having faith in a God?
And in the people card,
Pascal
it said from Pascal the Chameleon, all people seek happiness, the pursuit of happiness. Will Smith movie, pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty good. You should watch it.
Happy with the Y. Interesting. No, there's a reason for it. You got to watch the movie. How do you seek happiness in life? So. And
it's okay if the conversation digresses like we do majority of the time.
All the time.
We're happy to just talk about whatever. So yeah. We'd really love you to comment. We'd also like to eventually work this into a live Facebook Live event, so that actually we'll just pop online and have commenting happening while we're talking, which could be really interesting.
Let us know if this time works for you. Let us know if this time doesn't work for you. We're aware there's a lot going on in our community, people trying to bond together and things happening across mediums like Facebook and that. So
I mean,
if there's a better time, we'd love to try and help with that.
Like we've had a few messages even of people like admitting that they're, you know, not coping well, and you know, we understand that, and that even a little bit of conversation on a night time, maybe when the kids are to bed or something like that, is actually, you know, it's amazing how it might just, you know, pump you up a little bit that, oh, you know, there's still people out there experiencing what I am. So
yeah, we want to be there with you.
Yeah.
Not like, I know people say we want to be there for you,
together
but we want to be there with you because we're all in this together. Short of singing again, it's a true message of right now. It's what we need to be for each other. We're all in this together. Yeah. So.
All right, Colac.
Let's pass the salt.
Pass it over to you.